your boy, Fat Man DD1. Toonami dropped a video, and I actually wanted to really break down the video itself. Clownfish TV did a video, and it was very insightful. Check it in the description below. Now, coming from one person, Toonami's not late to the party. Clownfish mentioned, you're late. I'm like, they're not late. They're very, very, very on time. Also, Stephen Bloom, shout out to him because he played Wolverine, so I'm wearing this shirt because, you know, I love Wolverine, favorite character. Let's talk about this because this goes into a lot of areas that, you know, anime nerds, we don't want politics in our shit. That's what the whole Uzaki-chan video later today, I'm dive deep into that because it seems that these weirdos just don't know what's going on. So we're going to break this down, and I'm going to just give you my whole thoughts on this. Let's get it.
There's been a lot of talk about race lately.
There has.
I don't see color. Racism isn't real anymore.
Yeah.
All lives matter. These words are actually harmful.
Now, when he says these words are actually harmful, they don't add to the bigger picture. When people say, I don't see color, that's wrong. I see color. I'm obviously a mixed boy, so I'm gonna see color. I see color in every body. Male, female, doesn't matter. I see color. But that doesn't mean you're defined as a stereotype. You know what I'm saying? When Black Lives Matter came out, because of all of the killings of black people that's been happening and there was no justice for these people, it just seemed to be, it started with like Trayvon Martin, George Zimmerman, and even so on. People were like, yo, there's no justice for this kid. There's no justice for these people. What's going on? Like, this isn't fair. And they're seeing that unfairness and saying, what the fuck? And they're getting mad. And they're getting... The longer we let things just kind of stagger off, like if a cop does kill someone unwrongly, people bring up, well, that person has a criminal background, that person has this, that person has that, and like, it doesn't matter. Police officers are not judge, jury, executioners. It's never been that way. That is the end of the story. If that person is a criminal, by law, they should be justified to the fullest extent of the law. The law. Police officers uphold the law. They do not enforce the law. And if they enforce the law, other people have the right to bear arms and fight the police. Because now you've become no longer the law. When Black Lives Matter came out, people started getting pissed at us saying that. We're not saying Black Lives matter more. Black lives are better. Black lives matter more than white people. We're not saying that. We are saying Black lives matter. That triggers people to say, oh, all lives matter. And I rebuttal that yes, all lives do matter. But are you the one getting shot and killed unwrongly? You're not. You're not. You're just simply not. And I tell people this because you want to put up all lives matter. Fine. Then all life matters is what you're saying. All lives matter. All plant life matters. All animal lives matter. All sea life matters. All bug life matters. There you go. When you say all lives matter, you're not generalizing what life really matters. All lives. Okay, cool. So all children lives matter. That's 100% true. Look at the 65 kids they found. There are missing children going across. When Black Lives Matter and all of the protesting started popping off, guess what happened? A bunch of kids started going missing. People in my city started going missing. Lynchings across the fucking state. Let's stop playing games and acting like correlations to chaos and destruction doesn't breed disease, doesn't breed this disgustingness. Let's stop acting that way. Because all lives matter doesn't exist, and blue lives matter. They all came from Black Lives Matter. Like, we can't have nothing. We can't completely have nothing as black people. And I automatically look at and say, well, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? So when Tom says these words are damning and they destroy a foundation that's trying to be built, I understand what he means. I do. But these words can be harmful. All life does matter. I'm not saying all life doesn't. But then we have to generalize it as, so plant life matters, animal lives matter. We all matter in that seclusion. So stop eating meat, stop eating seafood. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think of it. It's not generalizing. When I say Black Lives Matter, I mean, listen, black people are dying because of some bullshit that's happening. We want that to stop. We want people to make sure that consequences and actions, you know, are upheld. Shit gets annoying. Shit gets really annoying. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Steer away from the bigger issue.
Okay.
Racism still exists.
It does.
Discrimination toward people of color still exists.
It does.
Have you actually done it? Have you been able to overcome hatred?
It's up
Hatred.
to all of us to
Naruto.
recognize that and take action.
The decisions you make and the actions that follow are a reflection of who you are.
If you're thinking maybe, but not.
And these anime quotes are there to basically show someone that, listen, racism exists, pain exists, and these things are happening in our time. But a lot of people are going to say, oh, this is politics in my anime, I don't like it. It's true. I don't fuck with this. I don't look for Toonami as the beacon of hope voiced by a white guy. I respect Steve Bloom. I respect what Toonami is trying to do. And this is probably from a lot of the black creators that work on Toonami. They're trying to, they want to get out their message. They want to show that, listen, anime's brought a lot of people of different color together. And it's true. It has. It's brought a lot of Spanish, black people, Asians together. It's brought some white people together. It's brought people of different Creoles together. Like, it has. That's the part that catches me. It's brought a lot of people together. The actions of racist people, the actions that are happening in this country, sometimes people are like, oh, but George Floyd's killing wasn't racist. All right, cool. But it was still wrong. It was still unjustified. Regardless if he was a criminal. Because someone has a criminal background, the law has to judge them, not the police. The court system, a jury of their peers. Remember, if people want to be so technical with it, there are rapists, there are murderers, there are child molesters, and all of these other fuckers out there that don't get bullets put in them by the police. Why is that? The police don't just walk, pow, oh, my gun slipped, it was jammed. He had a knife, I think. He threw it in the bushes. You don't see that. But what I did see is a video of a man get shot in the back 7 times. As an officer pulled on his shirt, the officer didn't let one shot off. He let it sound like the whole clip off in this man. Pow. Okay, 1 shot. He's probably injured. Go to hospital. No. Pow, pow, pop, 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 pop. 7 shots ranged out. Imagine that. 2 people have died. 4 people died on my block. Even more than that. But the fact that the way they've died has been by gun violence. Hasn't been by the police. Has been by neighborhood hood niggas. It's been by people who don't give a fuck. A lot of shit has happened. And it's not fucking fun. People like cops kill black people. And then people say black people kill black people. But it's not black on black violence. It's a gun problem. It's always been a gun problem. But America, strict with the gun laws, has always wanted guns into effect. Racism does exist in this country. Do I think Donald Trump is a racist? Yeah. And then no. Because I think he's a dumb motherfucker. But it's not just Donald Trump or these Trump supporters. I think some Trump supporters are racist. Yes. Some. Not all. I think some Trump supporters are stupid. I think people who don't want to wear masks and Karens are fucking weird. When the world is trying to find some stability of being on the same ground, other people just say, no, I don't abide by the law that you listen to or the people you talk to. I'm like, it doesn't make sense, bro. Racism is out there. Even in the anime community, there's a harsh criticism over cosplayers who are black that cosplay characters, and they're not even black. They're just like, oh, they're not black. Why are you cosplaying that character? Aren't they white? No. They're anime characters who are Japanese created by a Japanese creator. And guess what? I can cosplay the character because of clothing, not because of skin color. Because I have to be the same color as the skin of the character, I need to cosplay them? That sounds completely ignorant. If I cosplay a character and they don't share my same skin color, it doesn't matter. It's wearing a costume. That racism shit is still in the anime community. It's annoying. It came out just like when Pokemon dropped. They came out with a Pokemon character, Nessa, and she was black or just had tan skin. And people kept drawing over her skin like it was a problem. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. And other people would just be like, well, that's kind of weird, bro. Why would you do that? Right? It just makes other people feel like yo, you don't like the color of black people because you don't like the color of an anime character's skin or a cartoon character's skin or something like that. It's weird. It's really, really weird. And I don't take it from Tom here or Toonami. I don't think they're doing anything bad. I think they're trying to flex a muscle that they haven't used in a long time, which is speaking to the masses, using anime clips and trying to bring together people who grew up on Toonami, which to me, that's not bad either. And I don't think this is a bad thing. I do think certain things get blurred. Truly. Let's continue.
Hey, you got some truth to uncover.
You got some truth to uncover.
Let go of the hate. You will see the truth.
If you're thinking this isn't why I watch Toonami, think again. Think about how you can fight against injustice.
All of us together, standing and fighting as one.
Think about how you can be a part of an honest conversation about racism. Because Black lives matter, and will always matter.
Now, when he says that, a lot of people will get triggered like, oh, Black lives matter. They're always gonna matter. Why would Tom say that? That's so mean. Let me break it down for you. Tom isn't saying anything wrong. Steve Bloom isn't saying nothing wrong. But a lot of people like Clownfish. I love Clownfish. I love you guys. You're awesome. Will say, yo, their message is too late. Listen, there are still people out there, even in Portland, fighting injustice, trying to get some type of sense of shit, what's happening. But listen. I'm a fat kid on the couch, right? You ain't gonna take political advice from me. I'm not trying to be political, but I am trying to state that my hair is fucked up. There's nothing wrong with what's happening. This conversation is them saying, listen, there's a lot of crazy shit happening in the world. There's a lot of fucked up shit happening in the world. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense, and we're trying to make sense of it for ourselves. And even the anime community, there is crazy shit always happening when it comes to cosplayers, when it comes to art, when it comes to, even sexuality, which anime people are giant perverts. I'm just going to put that out there. We are huge perverted people, but some are, some aren't. That's just how it is. But when it comes down to it, you can't say to someone, why is racism and the talks of racism being put into my anime? I don't like that. You don't have to like it. You don't have to even deal with it. You don't have to care about it. But what you do have to realize, there is a conversation here. Now, Toonami people say could be late. I don't think they're late. I think they're right on time. Because this has been going on for months. Riots have been happening still, which I thought riots kind of stopped. I was like, why are you still rioting? There's nothing to riot about. But businesses have business insurance. New York City still making money somehow. It's the expensive place in the world. I feel like if you don't burn down government buildings, no one really cares or gives a fuck. So, Toonami talking about this is for them point of view. It's like, listen, racism exists. A lot of deaths and murders have happened through racism. I think no. Some of them could be very racist. Some of them could be from the point of view from us as people in the media, misunderstood, right? And I take that as respectable. I could misunderstand a whole entire thing. When it came with George Floyd, the man wanted to be laid on the ground because he was claustrophobic. The police officers put him on the ground, but one officer was a dickhead and put his knee on his neck, which the move is wrong. You're not supposed to put your knee on your neck, supposed to put your knee on their back. So push their back to the ground. The officer indirectly killed George Floyd without listening to the people. Yo, your neck is placed on him wrong. That is terrible because the man died. The man died. And after George Floyd, it was Breonna Taylor. And after that, it was so-and-so. Listen, racism exists. I know people don't want to hear this. I know it's a very strong topic. It's something you don't want to hear. My channel is about entertainment sometimes. And sometimes I get very political. I get on top of my soapbox, which is the Not Holding Back series. And other times, I don't express or speak on the things that pisses me off as a black man. Right? I shouldn't. It frustrates me. I'm turning 28 in 2 more days. So it kind of hurts. Where I feel like, great, if my skin was a little more, I don't know, darker, I would be a threat. Like, what's going on? Like, you know? But sometimes it doesn't even matter that way. I've seen Spanish people in New York City get punched up in the fucking face. I've seen crazy shit happen. I've seen officers try to arrest people for no fucking reason. Like an actual reason. Haven't seen it. Toonami talking about this is just Toonami stretching their muscles and being like, we still have an audience that loves to hear us talk about very strong, powerful things. And we love to unite audiences. It is wrong to tell someone, yo, you're racist, and if you believe all lives matter and you speak I don't see color, you're the problem. Sometimes we all see color. I don't give a fuck who you think you are. We all see color. But if you're seeing color and seeing stereotypical color, then you have a problem. Don't stereotype people. That's the problem. Some people who are like, yo, movies have been stereotyping black people, Asian people, Spanish people for years. And then I say, well, why is that? Is their only exposure to Spanish, black people, Asian people, the only exposure they have are through other movies that give them stereotypes of those people? Is that their fault that they don't have those interactions? No. Do they not get outside their comfort zone and really search for people to have different conversations with? If I could sit down with a KKK member and have a conversation with them without the motherfucker feeling like I'm not a threat to him, perfectly fine. Because a lot of racism shit is just misguided. It's very misguided. It's mostly ignorant. And that's kind of how it is. People don't want to hear that. It's like, oh, no, you're wrong, fat man. You're ignorant. I probably am an ignorant motherfucker. But let's get it straight off the bat. As more things that happen in the world, anime, cartoons, gaming are the escape for the nerds who don't want to deal and hear the bullshit. I don't want to hear it either. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear the shit. I don't want to turn on the news and a black man is dying. I want to escape more than anybody. And I keep getting hit and hit and hit just because I know it's me. I looked at George Floyd and said, that could be my uncle. I looked at Ahmaud Arbery and said, that could be my cousin. If I didn't live anywhere else in the world besides New York City, I knew if this was family, this would be my family. Regardless if, but they have a criminal past. Are they not still human? I don't see police officers shooting rapists, murderers, fucking child molesters, sex traffickers. I don't see police officers putting bullets in these people. So why these people? Why? It doesn't make sense. Toonami opening up their mouths, yeah, it sounds real fucking bad. It's saying you're the problem. You're racist. In reality, sometimes you're not the problem. You're not racist. It's the people you know who don't share the open conversation of speech. The people you know who do not get it through their fucking minds. Who are stuck in their ways. The older you get, you'll be stuck in your ways. It's just how the world works sometimes. You want to be jaded. You want to be hard. You want to live a life and say, fuck this. I don't care what Toonami said. I don't see color. All lives do matter. Those aren't the problems. The problem is people not having open conversations enough to look at actual problems. Not just in my community, but in general. Do I want stricter gun laws? No, not crazy. But I think, hey, you should have a mental evaluation before you grab a gun. Yes. Do I think police officers should be better trained to de-escalate situations and not go for the gun? Yes. Because I need to find out where your life is in threat for me to say, yo, there are police officers that deal with crazier shit in Los Angeles that, you know what, I can't speak on that. That's different. But the rest of the country, hey, Chicago, oh God, you know what I'm saying? Shit happens that's out of my control. But hey, I'm just a fat kid on the couch. You don't have to take my advice. You don't have to even hear me speak. I'm just saying. But from me to you, what do you think? Do you think Toonami was wrong for what they said? Do you think they were speaking on something? Do you think they're late to the party? Or do you just not care? And if you don't care, then that's the problem. Truly it is. But from me to you, remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon to be notified to my channel. We are almost at 600 subs. I thank you everybody out there. I'm turning 28 September 2nd. So we can at least get that to 666. 666 subs is what I'm looking for. The mark of the devil. Let's get it. So from me to you, peace and out. Remember to never give up, never surrender, and keep on grinding in mad love. Make sure to wash your goddamn hands. Stay away from grandma and grandpa. Love you.
Shit.
Been on drum.
This is the last time.
You little niggas gonna stop acting like my shit ain't the ground.
This was the last
Some of
one?
you niggas get your front teeth for grills. And I ain't talking about the contract.
I ain't loving these fake hoes. Room smelling like 8 switches. Room service like 2K. NBA, I'm ballin', nigga. All them niggas fallin' like all them niggas. Talking shit, I saw them niggas. Now they daughter want a picture. Rough, ain't it? Fuck famous.
Yeah, man.
Niggas too real, got the most haters. Wrote a story, so Stephen Curry. How it feel to be golden.